Thank you for logging on to this Norwell High School sports broadcast brought to you by WellsCountyVoice.com, a division of the Voice Enterprises. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors you hear throughout the game, so be sure to visit their businesses and use their services as often as possible, and tell them thanks for their support. We encourage you to go to the games and support your local team, but when you just can't make it, we're here for you. Now it's time for the pregame show on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball, postseason basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. We're live from the castle tonight. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker bringing the action between the 13-9 Norwell Lady Knights and the 7-15 Mississinewa. Do they go by squaws or Indians?
It's Indians.
They go by Lady Indians. So, of course, by definition, a Lady Indian is a squaw. As we get this underway, we're just about 6.5 minutes from getting this started. Of course, a little earlier start tonight, as there will be 2 games here tonight at the Castle. The second will be between Columbia City and Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. We won't be bringing you that one. But hard to really anticipate how this one's going to go tonight, Derek. Norwell with a very roller coaster-like season to this point, coming off of a bad loss at East Noble on Friday night. Of course, that put them in a second-place tie for the NE8 championship. Mississinewa, on the other hand, is well, let's see. I got 2 Norwell Knights up there. Let's try this. Mississinewa, on the other hand, has not had a very strong season, playing in what is pretty well known as a weak area of the state for basketball prowess.
Yeah, they just got to go a really long way to play some tough teams, so it's not geographically logistical for these teams to play. Really tough competition. Norwell does travel well. They take a really long trip. They got a long trip to Northwood, Warsaw, Wabash, all those teams towards the north and west where girls basketball is really strong, especially this year. Norwell's had the opportunity to play that kind of competition, but you mentioned it. Norwell has had a very inconsistent season. That's not what you see a lot for Norwell. A lot of times you see Coach Thornton establish rock-solid consistency throughout the season. But tonight, I think, according to Sagard anyway, Norwell shouldn't have a lot of trouble. We know that in the past, sectional games, Sagard you can pretty much throw out during sectional games.
Right.
Gives you a small idea, but any team can shoot well on a given night, and Norwell's going to have to play their best basketball here in the next 4 days.
Mississinewa had lost 11 straight prior to winning their season finale at Blackford 38-30. Mississinewa averages just under 40 points a game, gives up 43.5. Norwell, on the other hand, is averaging 52 points a game and gives up about 48.5 points. We've talked about it a lot, some of those inconsistencies over the course of the year. Shooting from beyond the arc, that's been a real issue the last couple of games for the Knights, even with a couple of wins in there against New Haven and Fort Wayne Lures. Also from the free throw line, the Knights left 9 points at the free throw line in the second half against East Noble on Friday night. Of course, a couple of those were front ends of 1-and-1, so nothing's a given. But that's been an issue. At other times, they can look unbeatable from a shooting perspective. Their best offensive night of the year was Game 1. That was against Fort Wayne when they scored 85 points. And they've been above 60 several times as well, including wins against Columbia City, Fort Wayne Carroll, and Fort Wayne Lures. So that shooting is really kind of what they've lived and died by to this point in the season. Derek's being paged by, I believe, the Mississinewa media. They're trying to get on the wireless here at the Castle, I believe. About 2.5 minutes left. Norwell's left the floor. Mississinewa's still out there practicing shooting. Not much of a crowd here tonight. Kind of to be expected on a Tuesday night, early game. Folks aren't off work yet, so it may continue to grow a little bit as time goes on here over the course of this game. Mississinewa with not a large contingent of fans here at all for this 6 o'clock start.
Yeah, sometimes you see that during a 6 o'clock start, but I think this entire sectional should be fun. We mentioned that Lures is going to play Columbia City, and I think the winner of that game will be playing whoever wins Friday's game for the championship. And this entire sectional is always pretty strong. There's always a few strong teams in it. Norwell's won 6 in a row. They're going for number 7 in a row here this year, which is a really incredible feat. It's the third longest streak in the state of Indiana in any class. So they're really they're going for history, and this should be a fun sectional partner.
Yeah, it should be. I'm sure we will have a recorded version of the national anthem tonight. So when we get to that point, the sportsmanship talk and the national anthem, we'll break for commercials so you can hear from some of our sponsors, as we're not allowed to play pre-recorded music on a YouTube channel as part of our agreement with Production Truck Software. With that in mind, I would expect to see the same starting lineup tonight from the Knights that we've seen all year long.
Yep.
Good job already getting that. And, of course, we'll hear from PA announcer Jamie Feldheiser when it's time for those starting lineups. For Mississinewa, they've only got a couple of seniors, 2 of them in Morgan Humphrey and Kayla Webb. Humphrey starts, Webb does not. Several juniors for those. A couple of sophomores, 3 of them, and also 2 freshmen on the varsity postseason roster as well.
This team is actually going to start 4 forwards and just 1 guard, although Erica Foy plays like a forward. I think she's listed at 6'1", a really solid basketball player. That's who leads these Indians. Got the opportunity to watch some film on Mississinewa coming into this game, and at times they really look good. It all depends on their shooting ability. Sometimes they go cold, and I think that's the same story with Norwell the entire year. But if Mississinewa catches fire, they're going to be a tough team to beat tonight.
We'll take a break here from a few sponsors and be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip after these words.
At Adams Memorial Hospital, we care for the things that mean the most to you: your health, your family, and your community. Compassion is just as important to us as being accredited, or our Follow My Health online patient portal, or having top-of-the-line medical technology. Because at Adams Memorial Hospital, exceptional care means listening a little longer, a hug, or a kind gesture from a nurse. Compassion and medical expertise. That's Adams Memorial Hospital. Exceptional care close to you.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is now open at Timber Ridge Golf Course, 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton, and it's bigger and better than ever. You can enjoy the same fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Reservations are recommended by calling 260-353-1360. Everyone is welcome at T.W. Fable.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Welcome back to the Castle. Sectional action about to begin here at Norwell this evening. We'll turn it over now to the PA announcer for your starting lineups.
And here is the home team on the scoreboard, the Norwell Lady Knights. The non-starters, number 14, Ashley Vandenberg. Number 24, Cece Archibald. Number 30, Brianne Parker. Number 32, Kylie Top. And number 42, Alexa Mallory. Starting for the Lady Knights at a forward, a 5'8" sophomore, number 12, Aubrey Dunn. Starting at the other forward, a 5'8" junior, number 44, Logan Rouse. Starting at a guard, a 5'6" junior, number 10, Brielle Wilson. Starting at another guard, a 5'3" senior, number 22, Courtney Beer. And starting at the other guard, a 5'5" senior, number 20, Caitlin Bowler.
Once again, your starters for Mississinewa. It's Holly Greer, Morgan Humphrey, Erica Foy, Hallie Plank, and Darcy Patton. For head coach Kaylee Barnes, she's in her 6th year at Mississinewa with a record of 44 and 84. For the home team on the scoreboard this evening, your Lady Knights, it's Brielle Wilson, Aubrey Dunnick, Kaylee Roller, Courtney Beer, and Logan Rouse. For head coach Eric Thornton, he heads into postseason this year in his 20th with a record of 305 wins versus 156 losses. And the tip batted around and controlled by Norwell. They'll have the first crack at it. Mississinewa appears to be playing a 2-3 zone. Not surprised to see that at all, Derek.
No, not at all. They'll mix in a 3-2 at times as well, which you don't see all that often in the area.
Good look for Logan Rouse there, not able to knock it down. And Mississinewa with the basketball. You mentioned Erica Foy, listed at 6 foot tall, playing point guard for this Mississinewa team. She's a junior. Norwell playing man-to-man defense at the moment. As that was off the official, it would have been thrown out of bounds. Instead, it's a jump ball, and it'll be Mississinewa ball. So the near side official saving Mississinewa a turnover and change of possession on that particular play.
As you can see, we're going to be a little bit obstructed in the near corner as the student section is always on the opposite side for the sectional play.
Nice move inside by Erica Foy, and she gets Mississinewa on the board early with the first 2 points of the game. It's Brielle Wilson in the corner. The Knights overloading this left side. Mississinewa was pretty long. If they do a good job of getting out on the shooters, it's going to be difficult for Norwell to get a good 3-point shot off. Norwell being very patient against this zone. Kaylee Roller will launch a long 3-pointer, and it'll be well short. Foy will walk it up for Mississinewa. I think the slower the pace, the better it's going to be for the Lady Indians. That's Holly Greer up top, number 14. At least their numbers are easy to read. Nice feed underneath from Humphrey to Plank, and Mississinewa jumps out to an early 4-point lead. Norwell, you said they were favored, Derek. What was the spread anticipated by Sagarin?
59-32.
So that's a large difference, and that's almost entirely based on Norwell's strength of schedule. Nice pass to Dunnick underneath. Almost lost it as Brielle Wilson will drive. Roller again for 3, no good. And the rebound controlled by Darcy Patton.
Roller's been ice cold in the last several weeks leading up to the sectional play, and it's kind of carried over so far here in the first game.
Yeah, she was 1-for against East Noble, 0-for against Lures from beyond the arc, that is. Boy, Mississinewa with a distinct height advantage. Good steal there by Roller. She gives it up to Rouse. Rouse back to Roller. Roller misses the point-blank shot. It'll be Mississinewa's basketball.
Really slow start for the Lady Knights. It's 4-0.
Well, they've missed 2 layups and 2 threes to this point. 0 for 4 from the field. Mississinewa, meanwhile, perfect. 2 layups and 2 layups made. Under 5 minutes left in this first quarter, and Kaylee Roller is going to pick up a foul as she reached in on Foy. You know, Foy's got a distinct height advantage. If they allow her to get inside, she's going to be able to pretty much do what she wants to with the basketball. She feeds it inside, but Aubrey Dunnick there to knock it away.
It's going to be key for Norwell to stay out of foul trouble as well, and they're going to need to knock down free throws when they have the opportunity, because we know, and we discussed it earlier, that it's been kind of a problem the entire season long.
There's a steal for the Knights. Dunnick quickly the other way, gives it up to Beer. Beer can't get it to go. And Mississinewa quickly the other way.
Yeah, sometimes in sectional you have trouble knocking down shots, especially in your first game, as Mississinewa is going to score again to make it a 6-0 lead.
Well, I remember back with the boys, when the boys played Mississinewa in 12, the team that went to the state finals, Mississinewa gave them everything they could handle.
Absolutely.
There's the backdoor play, and Brielle Wilson not able to knock down the point-blank shot.
Boy, that play was going to work without a doubt, and unfortunately, Wilson not able to finish that time.
Wilson almost came up with the steal. Norwell getting really good looks as Coach Thornton will make his first substitution. Brianne Barger checks in for Brielle Wilson. 4:05 left in this first quarter. That's Foy with the basketball being guarded by Barger. They're about the same size, and an illegal pick is going to be called on the Lady Indians. It'll go against 52, Darcy Patton. Couldn't see all the officials' fingers. Darcy Patton, a 5'7" junior. She's playing inside, though. I think she's considered a post player on this squad. Roller thought about the three and lost the basketball. That'll be the first turnover on the Knights, although Mississinewa gives it right back. So Mississinewa now with 2 turnovers to Norwell's 1. Norwell 0 for 6 from the field in the early going here. And it's not like they've been difficult shots. 2 good 3 looks and 4 at the rim. Mississinewa does pose some height issues, but Norwell's got to convert those shots. Beer swings it back out to Roller as this 2-3 for Mississinewa so far has been very effective. There's another turnover. Foy heads the other way, kind of flips it behind her head, but the offensive rebound is controlled by Holly Greer, and she will go to the free throw line. That's the first miss for the Lady Indians. Foul called on Aubrey Dunnick. That'll be her first, team second. Holly Greer goes to the line. She's a 5'9" junior, and she's able to knock the first one down. Norwell's going to use a timeout, trailing by 7 with 3:13 left. We'll take a real quick break and be right back.
Aussie and Do It Best Hardware is your one-stop shop for all your home repair needs, featuring Valspar paints,
They have propane refill, screen repair, and a complete rental center, along with a large selection of home improvement items, from electrical and plumbing supplies down to the nuts and bolts you need. Summer has been beautiful this year, but it's time to start thinking about the fall projects that need done around the house. Visit Ossian Do It Best on Hirely Drive, just off Highway 1 in Ossian.
Well, thus far, Derek, it's been a struggle for the Knights. 8 possessions, 2 turnovers, and 6 missed shots.
Well, every year during sectional play for any team that's hoping to make a run, they're always going to face a little bit of adversity. And
absolutely,
in the first 5 minutes, they've done nothing but that. Hopefully they can overcome that, start knocking down some shots as Mississinewa extends that lead, and they lead at 8-0.
Kaylee Roller will bring it up. She's out there with Beer, Rouse, Dunnick, and Barger. That's Barger in the corner. Beer kind of playing up top now. Barger's going to launch a 3 and hit it. Huge shot for the Knights. They really needed to see the ball go through the basket. And that cuts Mississinewa's lead to 5 as Barger on the top of that 1-3-1 trap. This is where they could really give Mississinewa trouble.
That's right. And I also think that was a fantastic there's a travel. I think that was a great substitution by Coach Thornton, getting a bench player in there, try to spark something on offense, and that's exactly what Barger did.
Another substitution for the Knights, Alexa Mallory on the floor, replacing Dunnick. The stands on the south end of the gym all pulled out for overflow fans, and also that's where the teams normally will wait to play prior to going to the locker room. 2:25 left in this first quarter. Beer to Barger. Barger with the offensive spark to get the Knights going here. Might have had a look there, but she was intent to swing around to Beer. Norwell being patient. And Beer tries to get it into Mallory. It's batted away by Greer, and it'll remain Norwell's basketball.
Well, the Knights have been no stranger to bad first quarters over the course of the season. You think back to Huntington where they scored 2 or 3 in that one, and that was ultimately their downfall in that game, but they're just going to have to find a way to knock down some close-range looks.
Oh, good pass out to Beer for 3. That's good. And Courtney Beer, who's had a lot more success the last few games from beyond the arc, brings the Knights to within 2.
Yeah, her shooting percentage has improved drastically since the beginning of the season.
Nice feed underneath to Darcy Patton. She's going to go to the line to shoot a pair. I believe Courtney Beer is going to pick up that foul. She does. It's her first. And Norwell now with 3 team fouls. Patton, the junior, not able to knock down her first one, as Brielle Wilson's going to check back in for the Knights. Logan Rouse takes a seat. So Coach Thornton already playing 8 players in this one. Mississinewa has yet to make a substitution. Second one for Patton makes it a 3-point game. Minute 40 left in this first quarter. Norwell working against it. It is definitely a 2-3 zone. Good pass into Mallory. She couldn't get it to go. Brielle Wilson with the offensive rebound. She'll pound it back into Mallory, and Mallory gets it to go. Good persistency there by the Knights offense. Good offensive rebound by Brielle Wilson.
I think Norwell's doing a good job moving the ball on offense, too, and that's creating some good looks.
They try to loop it inside, and it's knocked away and corralled by Alexa Mallory, the 4th turnover so far for Mississinewa. Wilson on the drive is going to double dribble. Tough pass for Brielle to handle there.
Well, I think Roller lost it on the way out of her hands as well.
Like
it just kind of slipped. Yep, and then it bounced off of Brielle's leg, and she dribbled it again.
Under a minute to go in this first quarter, 53 seconds. Barger working hard on the top of that zone trap. Good pass inside to Holly Plank. She's now 3 for 3 with 6 points in this first quarter. Brielle Wilson open for 3, long. And Brianne Barger, great offensive rebound there. Finds Beer. They get it back to Barger in the corner for three. In and out. That hit every part of the rim.
Yeah, that kind of sums up the first quarter shooting-wise for Norwell, as Mississinewa is going to enter a couple new faces.
Looks like Riley McKee, number 12, is in there. Number 15, Allie Hewitt. And I thought I saw a third sub in there. Guess not. Foy and Plank still in there. Oh, nice pass underneath to Hallie Plank. Great feed from Foy. Makes it a 5-point Mississinewa lead with 3 seconds. Roller will launch a three off. And that will end this first quarter. Mississinewa 13, Norwell 8. We'll take a brief break and be right back.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money, you're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique.
Welcome back to the Castle. The Knights trail by 5. They do have the basketball to start this second quarter. Roller controlling it. Mississinewa remaining in that 2-3 zone. Mississinewa really hot in the first half as Barger not able to knock down the three, but chased down her own rebound. Good hustle by the freshman. Don't know that you can really consider her a freshman anymore as Roller launches a three from the volleyball line, and Barger's going to be called for over the back, I believe. Yep, that would give the ball back to Mississinewa. Mississinewa did not attempt a three-pointer in that first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the Indians' game. I think it's going to be pounded inside, look for shots right at the rim.
So far, it's working. From the baseline, that's Morgan Humphrey with her first shot and her first score. The Indians lead back up to 7, so they kind of withstood the Norwell run. Norwell had it down to 3, but right back at it is Logan Rouse is back out there along with Aubrey Dunnick for the Knights. And Kaylee Roller able to knock down a 3.
Good to see that one go through and hopefully build some confidence going forward.
Yeah, the Knights really need her to get going here from an offensive standpoint. That makes her 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Great pass inside to Plank as Norwell, their defense is really struggling trying to figure out how the Lady Indians are moving without the basketball, and they're doing a very good job of it. We'll take a quick break here from Daniels Jewelers and be right back with the Knights trailing by 6.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, prong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings or let us design one just for you.
Daniels Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to the Castle. Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker. Derek, the Lady Indians 7 of 8 from the field through the first 9.5 minutes worth of play.
Well, Greg, we said two things coming in. One, it's sectional, and anything can happen. And two, if Mississinewa is able to shoot well from the field, and they've been getting tremendous looks, that they're going to have a good shot in this basketball game, and they're doing both so far.
They've only taken a couple of those 8 shots from outside the lane, so the degree of difficulty has not been much. The Knights, on the other hand, now 4 of 16 from the field. 3 of 10 from beyond the arc. So the Knights against this 2-3 zone have really not been able to get it inside at all, as that pass was almost stripped away. Barger on the left side probably had a look and didn't take it from the wing. Dunnick all the way across. Now inside. That's where they have to figure out how to get the ball at the elbow.
You're right.
In the short corner.
You're absolutely right, but Courtney passed up an open 3 look, and that's exactly what you want coming out of that. You want an open 3 look, and if you're able to shoot it well from outside, you're going to be able to beat the zone.
Brielle Wilson's going to check back in for the Knights. She's out there with Roller, Rouse, Barger, and Dunnick. 5:55 on the clock in this second quarter. Norwell, 10 of their 16 shots from beyond the arc. They struggled hitting the inside shot early on and haven't taken many since. As that's going to be picked off, and Mississinewa will, oh boy, that looked like a travel. Converting the basket, Allie Hewitt. She was also the player that came up with the steal. And Mississinewa's lead as big as it's been. Rouse will drive and score. The Knights only have 3 timeouts left, Eric. They've already burned 2 of them here in this first half, so that could play a factor if this one stays tight to the end of the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it.
That ball was tipped, and Humphrey just kind of tossed it up there. Knights head the other way. Both teams I have with 4 turnovers to this point. Kaylee Roller launches another long 3. The rebound controlled by 22 Humphrey as the Lady Indians turn it over. Dunnick the other way is going to score. Nice drive there by Aubrey Dunnick. That's her first shot. She'll go to the line to try to convert the 3-point play. The foul was called on Hallie Plank. That's her first, team second. Courtney Bear checks back in as Barger takes a seat. Good minutes there for Brianne Barger, Derek.
Absolutely. Came in and provided a spark. First points of the game and kind of got Norwell going on that early run. Wow.
Great touch by Aubrey Dunnick. That basketball hung on the rim for what seemed to be an eternity. The Knights back in their 1-3-1, and Mississinewa able to control it underneath to Plank, and Plank with another 2. The Knights on several occasions now have been close to coming up with steals, but Mississinewa getting the 50-50 balls and converting them into points. 5-point lead for the Lady Indians as Dunnick not able to get the close-in shot to go.
Yeah, Norwell's doing a good job of speeding Mississinewa up. Just kind of came away empty on that possession because they didn't get the 50-50 ball twice.
Foy trying to drive will bring it back out. That's McKee with the basketball. McKee, a 5'3" freshman. As they loop it in, and it's stolen by the Knights, and a foul's going to be called. That'll be on the floor. It's called on Allie Hewitt. That'll be her first, team's third. Norwell with 4 team fouls called to this point. Roller bringing it up slowly for the Knights, and it appears as though Mississinewa has gone to a man-to-man defense here. Kind of surprising, frankly, although Rouse not able to knock down that shot. Worked on that occasion. Foy forces it up, gets it to go. They're going to count the basket and call a foul on the Knights. It's on Brielle Wilson. That'll be her first, team's 5th. Brianne Barger checks back in for the Knights. Logan Riles takes a seat. Erica Foy will try to get her 5th point here. And it's long. Barger pulling down the rebound. The Lady Indians now 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Norwell has only shot 1 to this point, but it's not like they've been attacking the basket to try to create any fouls. Barger gets free and gets to the rim.
Barger's been the spark so far for Norwell. Now 5 points, and she's got the Lady Knights back within 5.
Foy with the long pass ahead to the freshman McKee. She's being guarded by Courtney Beer. And Courtney trying to put some pressure on the ball there. I think that's a wise thing to do, senior on a freshman. That's the freshman again in the corner. It goes off her hands out of bounds.
Well, Greg, you mentioned it a little bit ago. It's clear that Mississinewa really wants to slow the pace down. Norwell does not. They want to speed them up, and here comes a timeout.
Mississinewa is going to use their first timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 2:30 left in this second quarter. The Knights trail by 5.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
The Knights will have the basketball with 2.5 minutes left in this half. Yeah, I'll tell you, Mississinewa just shooting a ridiculous percentage. They've only missed 2 shots. As they're 10 of 12 from the floor. That's going to be a turnover on the Knights. That'll be their 5th. Mississinewa with 7 turnovers. Mississinewa trying to build on that 5-point lead. Their biggest lead of the game, and they've had it a couple of times, was 8 points. In fact, they scored the first 8 points of this one. 15 is Hewitt with the basketball. Hewitt, just a sophomore. Good hustle there by Kaylee Roller, and she's going to create the turnover. They call over and back on Mississinewa. Great desire there by the senior. 2:01 left in this second quarter. Roller getting instructions from Thornton, Coach Thornton. Good crossover move, can't hit the shot, and the rebound's pulled down by Humphrey for the Lady Indians. Quickly the other way, Foy, explosive move to the basket, and Mississinewa's lead back up to 7. I'm impressed with Erica Foy, Derek.
Yeah.
She's not necessarily a shooter, but she handles the ball well, strong to the rim. Brielle Wilson wide open for 3, knocks it down.
Big shot, keeps the Knights within 4. They really need a big stop here and then a bucket. Perhaps draw themselves within 2 or 3 going into the halftime break.
Barger really effective on top of that zone. She's had an excellent first half so far. 2 of 4 from the field, 5 points, and several defensive plays. Checking in for Mississinewa is Kayla Webb. Webb is a 5'8" senior, wearing number 25. With the basketball, 15 Hewitt, and that pass was fortunate to get to its intended target. Norwell still in the trap. On the baseline, good pass out to Foy. Foy's going to launch a 3 and hit it. Well, just as soon as I say that they don't shoot threes, Erica Foy knocks one down. Foy having an excellent first half. I've got her for 9 points at this point. 30 seconds left, and that'll be a kick on Hewitt. It'll remain Norwell's basketball. Well, the Knights really need a score here regardless of what's on the clock when they do it. Trailing by 7. Good pass into Dunnick. Dunnick fouled and scores again. Aubrey Dunnick will go to the line to try to convert another three-point play. Strong move there by the sophomore. Aubrey Dunnick now with 6 points in this first half. Pulls the Knights to within 4. Oh, and another 3-ball attempt. This one no good, and that's going to be over the back on Humphrey.
Big call because Norwell now has another opportunity to score with about 7 seconds left here in the first half.
That was Hewitt on the miss. Roller with 5 seconds goes into the lane, misses the left-handed shot, and Foy, we won't count that one. That'll end the first half. Well, could have been a lot worse, Derek. The Knights trail by 4, 28-24. We'll take a break, do some figuring, and be back with a halftime show after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look but old-fashioned integrity.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
The $5 flavor menu is now available from your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. To place an order, call 824-5701 or order online at pizzahut.com.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
Are you looking for a new dental home, or maybe you've suffered a dental sports-related injury? Contact Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her caring staff. They can help you with your general and emergency dental needs. Dr. Laura Kugelhahn and her staff provide a wide variety of services such as fillings, crowns, veneers, bridges, bleaching, dentures, athletic mouth guards, and much more. Dr. Kugelhahn's office is located at 1133 North Main Street in Bluffton. Call today at 824-3100 for an appointment with Dr. Laura Kugelhahn.
Dr. Laura Kugelhahn is a provider for Delta Dental and Aetna insurances. She is also accepting Care Credit. Dr. Kugelhahn and her staff will make you feel at home.
And welcome back to the Castle. This is Class 3A sectional number 23, quarterfinal number 1. And Norwell trails Mississinewa in what would be, Mississinewa is able to hold on here at Norwell in the second half. It would be a pretty substantial upset. It would pit them against Belmont coming up on Friday. That game at 6 o'clock as well. But as for this evening, Norwell is having some shooting woes. Mississinewa shooting a very good percentage And I know, Greg, you got some halftime stats to share with us.
Absolutely, Derek. And you are right on with those fantastic shooting stats for the Mississinewa Lady Indians. Right now, they've got 28 points on 12 of 15 shooting from the field. They've hit 1 of 2 threes and 3 of 5 free throws. They've also committed 8 turnovers as a team, which is probably an opportunity for the Knights if they can keep the pressure on, throughout the second half. But they've got a little bit of a hill to climb as they trail by 4 here at halftime, though, as we mentioned, it sure could have been a whole lot worse for the Lady Knights. Individual scoring for Mississinewa, Hallie Plank leading the way with 12 points on 6 of 6 shooting. She was able to hit 6, essentially, layups in the lane. Erica Foy right behind her with 9 points. She was 4 of 5 from the field and 0 of 1 from the line. Chipping in with 2 points apiece were Holly Greer, Allie Hewitt, and Morgan Humphrey. And then hitting a free throw was Darcy Patton for a total of 28. For your Lady Knights, they were 9 of 26 from the field, 11 more shots than Mississinewa was able to take in that first half, but hit 3 less. They were 4 of 12 from beyond the arc and 2 of 2 from the free throw line, so that's an encouraging sign. As a team, they committed 5 turnovers in the first half. Individually, the Knights were led by Aubrey Dunnick with 6. She was 2 of 3 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. A couple of three-point plays, actually. Next was Brianne Barger with 5 points. She was 2 of 4 from the field. With 3, Brielle Wilson. She was 1 of 3 from the field. Also with 3, Kaylee Roller. She was 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Also with 3 points, Courtney Beer, 1 of 2 from the field. And then Alexa Mallory chipped in with 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. And Logan Rouse also with 2 on 1 of 3 shooting.
I tell you what, it was a frustrating half for the Lady Knights, to say the least, but I think 2 ladies that did a very good job was Aubrey Dunnick and also Brianne Barger coming off the bench. Barger came in there and got the first 3 points of the game for Norwell. Aubrey Dunnick had a couple and-one situations, 6 points. Both of those were the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. So Norwell's got some work to do here coming up in the second half. Until then, we'll take another break. Return with the balance of your halftime show, followed by third quarter action. You're listening to Norwell Knights basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
And welcome back to the Castle. It's time for Norwell to get serious. It's 28-24. They trail by 4, and the reality is they could be in a lot tighter spot going into this halftime situation. Only down 4. I think it's a pretty good number. Mississinewa will have the ball starting and coming out of the second half, or the second quarter, rather. And I think for Mississinewa, if they're able to continue shooting at the clip that they are, because they were all pretty good looks, if they're able to do that, continue to take care of the basketball, they're going to have a shot to pull the first round shocker.
Well, Norwell's going to have to play ferocious defense to start out this second half. They don't have anybody in foul trouble. Wilson, Dunnick, Roller, Beer, and Barger with 1 foul apiece. For Mississinewa, they've only got 4 players with 1 foul apiece. And Norwell's got to create some offense. They had 11 more opportunities than Mississinewa from a field goal standpoint in the first half. They need at least that many again here in the second half if they want to pull out a win on their home floor to start this sectional.
Right. The key for Norwell, speed up Mississinewa on offense. That's what they did. That's how they were successful on defense in the first half, creating those turnovers when they did. But for now, we're going to have to lock down a little bit on this possession right here.
Starters back out on the floor for both squads as Mississinewa almost threw it away against Norwell's man-to-man there. With the basketball, that's Greer. And Norwell bringing some pressure out there. But, you know, Derek, I think they've got to risk picking up some fouls here just to create some turnovers. And there it is, Roller able to bat it away. Rouse ran right by it. It'll be a jump ball, and it will be Norwell's basketball. First turnover of the second half on Mississinewa. Good job by Kaylee Roller of creating some pressure in a semi-double team situation there.
Well, they did exactly what they needed to do, force a turnover on the first possession of the second half.
Roller into the front court. Mississinewa back in a man-to-man. That really surprises me. Rouse turns the corner, and no basket as she was fouled on the floor. I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
It goes on Darcy Patton. That'll be her second. Team's first here in the second half. Norwell looking to score first in this half. These first 3 minutes so important. Inside to Rouse, and she can't hit the shot. However, a foul is called. I think it's going to go on 14. It'll be Holly Greer picking up her first foul again on the floor. So Brielle Wilson open for 3 on the inbounds pass, no good, but Logan Rouse is blocked on the offensive rebound. They call traveling. Well, I thought that was the right call. Norwell fans not happy about it, but the only other thing they could have called there would have been a jump ball.
Yeah, she certainly came right back down with it, so without a doubt, and I didn't see any contact at all, so I don't think a foul could have been called there either.
That'll be a turnover on the Lady Knights, their 6th of the game. Pressure up top by Brielle Wilson. However, they do stay in the man-to-man, and I think I like the man-to-man pressure all the way across. They got the mismatch they wanted, though, as Hallie Plank at 6 foot on Courtney trying to be defended by Courtney Beer, and Aubrey Dunnick's going to travel. That'll be the second turnover on the Knights here in the second half. That was just a good job by Mississinewa getting the matchup they wanted underneath. So Hallie Plank now with 14 points, and they've all been layups. Foy up top handling it. She's done a good job of handling the basketball for the Lady Indians. Maybe 1 or 2 turnovers to this point. Beer trying to guard her as Foy drives past and scores. That lead back up to 8 for the Lady Indians. They're now 14 of 17 from the field. And you know, that sounds like a really outrageous number, but the reality is, as Brielle Wilson scores on the backdoor play, it's the second time the Knights have run that. They needed that just to get some points as they go back to the man-to-man half-court pressure. Roller steals it away, and it will be Norwell's basketball.
It's going to be a foul call on Mississinewa.
Oh, a foul call?
I believe. Well,
I don't think so. I think they say she trapped it on her hip and then dribbled it again. Yep. So a double dribble call. Checking in for Mississinewa is 25, Kayla Webb. She's nearest here on the camera side. Not going to be able to see that corner with the Knights student section staying on their feet. Rowell's not close on that shot. Dunnick blocked, and it will remain Norwell's basketball. Logan struggling a bit from the field. 1 of 4 now. Beer with the inbounds pass to Rouse, and Rouse is going to be fouled. Kind of slapped as she went past. It'll go on Morgan Humphrey. That's her second, team's third. Norwell doing a better job of attacking the rim. Roller for 3, and she hits it.
That play worked perfectly. Mississinewa left Roller open in the corner, and she buried the 3.
Norwell back to within 3. They need a defensive stop here as Foy gets loose. I'll tell you, nobody's really going to take an aggressive move to the basket except for Foy as Roller comes up with the steal. She gives it up to Wilson. Wilson fouled on the drive and scores. She'll have a chance to tie this basketball game for Norwell from the free throw line as the foul's called on Erica Foy. That's her first. Back in for the Indians is Holly Greer and Allie Hewitt. Patton and Humphrey take a seat. Wilson with a big free throw here for the Lady Knights. Gets it to go with the touch. And we're all tied at 32.
First tie of the game.
5 minutes to go. The Knights have been playing from behind all night long. That's 25, Webb with the basketball. She loses it, and a foul's going to be called, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's the first team foul called on the Knights here in this second half. It's going to go on Brielle Wilson, but just her second. They need to continue to play to the point of having a foul called on them. And if they get a couple, they get a couple. 4:49 left in this third quarter. I like the man-to-man pressure they're putting on. It does tend to wear out your legs as Foy on the drive can't get it to go. Tough shot for Foy, and Dunnick comes out of there with it. She'll head the other way. Now leave it for Roller. Roller directing traffic up top. And Mississinewa has gone back to the 2-3 as Kaylee Roller comes out of the locker room hot. The Knights with their first lead of this basketball game, and it comes at the 4:23 mark. Roller with another steal, and they're going to say it's off of Allie Hewitt. 4 turnovers now on the Lady Knights. And Derek, we talked about the importance of Norwell getting off to a fast start and doing it with their defense. That's exactly what they've done. Full timeout now for Mississinewa. 4:19 left. We'll take a break and be back after these words.
The Bowling Center of Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 child per team, or 2 youth may make a team, and a youth league for ages 4 to 19 starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every game. The Bowling Center in Bluffton, located at 1231 South Scott Street. For complete details, visit bowlbluffton.com, and don't forget about Friday Fun from 12 to 6. Only $1 per game and 50-cent shoes at a smoke-free environment. bowlbluffton.com. bowlbluffton.com.
Derek, Mississinewa had 8 turnovers in the first half. They've got 4 in the first 3 minutes and 41 seconds of this second half.
It's killing them right now, and they're not getting a lot of shot attempts. Norwell's doing an excellent job. Kaylee Roller's come out of the locker room hot. She's got a couple steals. She had one where she just completely came up behind the player and picked her. Mississinewa is a little bit lackadaisical, and I think maybe a little bit of lag from the first half and still kind of feeling it a little bit and getting a little bit too excited. They need to control themselves and get a bucket. But for Norwell, keep doing what you're doing on offense.
And on defense, because the defense has really created the offense here in the second half. Kaylee Roller getting hot as well. Big component of that also. There's Courtney Beer for 3, no good. But Aubrey Dunnick with the rebound. No foul called as she's blocked by Greer. Dunnick 0 for 2 in this second half. Good offensive rebound. That's Hewitt with the basketball. Nice pass inside. And Greer. That was a big score for Mississinewa as they had gone some time without any points. Roller inside to Rouse. She splits the defense and scores. First points of the second half for Rouse. Logan now 2 of 5 from the field. She hasn't gotten a lot of shots up. Erica Foy with the basketball. On the give and go, she throws it away as Dunnick comes up with the steal. Under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Norwell playing with a little bit more confidence now. Quite a bit more energy. I got a feeling Coach Thornton had some pretty important things to say in the locker room at halftime. Roller, no good. And over the back is going to be Allie Hewitt. She'll pick up her second foul. That'll be the 5th team foul on Mississinewa. Norwell with just 1 team foul.
The Knights are continuing to get quality looks. That was a wide open look for Roller in the corner. Not able to knock it down that time, but Norwell's finally attacking the offensive boards too, and it's creating more opportunities.
There's Roller for 3, and Kaylee Roller with her third 3 of the second half. She's got a total of 12 points, all from beyond the arc, and just like that, Norwell has turned the 4-point deficit at halftime into a 6-point lead, almost creating steals all over the floor. Dunnick, a little over-aggressive there, picks up her second foul. But it's just the second team foul on the Knights here in the second half. 2:28 left in the quarter.
Everything's just kind of getting away from Mississinewa a little bit right now, and it's being magnified by Norwell's intense defense. It's all over the floor right now.
Kirsten Lockwood checks in for Mississinewa for the first time. She's a 5'10" freshman. That basketball is going to be off the hands of Courtney Beer, so Mississinewa will retain possession. Say that fast 5 times. Mississinewa will.
Not going to try.
Inbounding Kayla Webb. Foy on the drive, able to get it to go.
I really like the way Foy plays. Takes it strong to the basket, no fear inside, and takes it strong.
13 points now for Foy, and Brielle Wilson answers with a 3 on the other end. Brielle now with 10 points in this second half.
Well, Norwell has certainly sped up the pace to the way they want to play it, and it's producing big results here in the second half.
Yeah, you know, you're exactly right, Derek. It's all about pace, and Mississinewa controlled that pace pretty much the entirety of the first half as Erica Foy with a jumper from the free throw line. That gives her 15. Well, Erica Foy playing an impressive basketball game. Dunnick, the kick to Wilson, no good. And Foy the other way gets to the hoop and draws the foul. Nice little change of pace there by Foy to get to the rim.
Well, as big as this run has been for Norwell in the third quarter, Mississinewa is draining some shots and keeping themselves right in the game. They have a chance to cut it back to 1 possession with a couple free throws right here.
Beer picks up her second foul, and Foy will go to the line to shoot a pair. Good-looking free throw on that first attempt. She'll try to draw the Lady Indians to within 3 with this one. Yeah, the Lady Indians have not gone away. I mean, they easily could have folded under that barrage by the Lady Knights, but they've hung in there, and they only trail by 3 with 1:27 left in this third quarter. Kirsten Lockwood, number 32, the other freshman of the 2 dressed for Mississinewa. That kick will keep it in Norwell's hands as Hallie Plank, who sat for a while back in the game. She's got 14 points. Plank, the 6-foot sophomore. Boy, Mississinewa's got a chance to be pretty doggone good in a couple of years if they can find some guards. Roller travels. And that's the 3rd turnover on the Knights in the second half. Alexa Mallory's going to check in and replace Aubrey Dunnick for the Lady Knights. Dunnick has been a beast on the boards tonight. Got 6 points all in the first half, but several offensive rebounds. As Roller almost came up with the steal again. That's Hewitt with the basketball. A little shaky with it. As Beer now guards Webb. Webb, the dish inside. Plank can't get it to go. Chases her own rebound. I think that's going to be a foul. Oh, they're going to call that on the Knights.
It's going to be on Alexa Mallory, and it's going to be a shooting foul. It's going to put Mississinewa at the line. Thought maybe we were going to get whistled for an over the back there.
Yeah, I did too.
But Plank's going to shoot too.
Hallie Plank trying for her 13th point with this first free throw. First free throw that she has shot this evening. With this one, she can get the Lady Indians to within 1. Well, you got to take your hat off to these young ladies. They've done a good job of weathering the storm, although Plank not able to hit that second one. Beer with the rebound. Roller will bring it up with 42 seconds on the clock. That's Riles trying to turn the corner and travels.
Norwell's got to clean up the mistakes. It's very similar to what they were doing in the first quarter, and you just can't get away with that against any team in the tournament.
Brianne Barger will check back in for the Lady Knights, replacing Logan Riles. The Knights now with 9 turnovers on the game, 4 in the second half. I've got Mississinewa with 5 in the second half, 13 on the game. Underneath, that's Plank. She's going to draw another foul and go to the line. Fortunate for the Knights that she didn't make that shot.
Yeah, she almost went coast to coast right there and really kind of unabated to the basket. Dropped it off for Plank.
Rael Wilson picks up her 3rd foul. As Plank now 1 of 3 from the free throw line as a team. Lady Indians, oh boy, 2 misses. That could have been an over-the-back call on 32. Roller into the front court with 15 seconds. Little weave going on up top. Beer, great pass on Mallory. Can't get the shot to go. Boy, great look for the Knights. 5 seconds. Quickly the other way was Hewitt. She leaves it for Plank, and Plank able to knock it down at the buzzer. Boy, that is a big turn of events. The Knights up by 6 at one point. We have a tie basketball game going into the fourth quarter. Stay with us, folks. Should be a good one. We'll be right back on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H Park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the University of St. Francis is a private Catholic university enrolling 2,300 students in majors ranging from the liberal arts to the creative arts to the health services. Small class sizes, personal attention, and the freedom to explore your options. A USF education has a lot to offer. Visit their beautiful campus and see for yourself how you can be a part of the University of St. Francis. Visit usf.edu to learn more about the University of St. Francis.
Well, welcome back to the Castle. 43-43 in Game 1 of the sectional here at Norwell this evening. Mississinewa with the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
Tell you what, Game 2 has the potential to be a dandy as well.
Columbia City and Lures in that second game matchup this evening. See Lures headed down to their locker room already. Guess that's standard, though, as we start the fourth quarter. Again, underneath to Plank. Plank couldn't pull that one down, and with the rebound, that was Lockwood. Plank being surrounded underneath. On the wing, that's Webb. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Mississinewa having a very difficult time handling the basketball. Norwell's defense has been very good. Really close to getting some turnovers.
Each team with 5 team fouls. Nobody in real foul trouble. Brielle Wilson's got 3, and Brielle Wilson creates the turnover. Dunnick loses the handle. Nice pass underneath Wilson to Barger for 2. Assist Brielle Wilson. Great look. Created that turnover. And Norwell bringing man-to-man pressure. I like the man-to-man pressure. I think it's been at least as effective, if not more than effective, than the 1-3-1.
Yeah, it's not leaving any basket or any players underneath open.
Open, though, there was Kayla Webb, who had not taken a shot all evening to tie it up for the Lady Indians. Beer looking inside, lost her dribble. Now Barger. Barger will head to the lane and be fouled. That's a couple of freshmen on each other. Kirsten Lockwood. Yeah, that's interesting. Kirsten Lockwood listed at 5'10", and Brianne Barger listed at 5'10", and Brianne's got at least a couple inches on her. In the corner, Kaylee Roller for 3. Good. Big 3 by the senior. That gives her 15 points on the evening. 4 of 5 from beyond the arc in this second half. Hallie Plank answers with a 2. Well, I'll trade 2s for 3s.
Yeah, but Norwell still needs to find a way to get a stop on the defensive end. Still getting open looks. Is Mississinewa underneath? Roller's going to get fouled and head to the line.
That'll put the Lady Knights in the bonus. Allie Hewitt picks up her 3rd. Checking back in for the Lady Indians, Morgan Humphrey. And Lockwood will take a seat.
Well, let's see what the Knights can do from the free throw line in the tournament. Still untested from the line for the most part, and we'll see if it's gotten better here over the last week.
5:56 left in this fourth quarter as Roller's first one, nothing but net. She'll try to put the Knights back up by 3. She's up there. Oh, there we go. 50-47. If your computer screen is frozen, please hit the refresh button. It froze up here on us for just a moment. Seemed to be the program. Norwell with another turnover as far as creating one.
Well, you were just talking about the play of Kaylee Roller. She's come out a different player in the second half. Look at the assist. Courtney Beer with the bucket.
Great cut to the basket by Courtney Beer. Great find by Kaylee Roller. And it is, Derek. It's as good as I've seen Kaylee Roller play on this season in its entirety. That forces Mississinewa to take another timeout. It's a 30, so we'll keep it here, Derek, and talk about what we've got. 5:04 on the clock. Norwell up by 5. They, after scoring just 24 points in the first half, they've now scored 28. Through the first 11 minutes of the second half.
And it's all coming off of their defensive play. It's resulting in great shots on offense. And to be quite honest, they've still missed a few shots that they could have made here in the second half, but it's been much better. The pace of play has been much more to what Norwell would like it to be, and controlling the game is a key to winning any basketball game. They're doing it right now. It's a 5-point advantage with just over 5 to play.
Mississinewa will have the basketball, I believe.
Yeah.
Coming out of this timeout. They've got Webb, Humphrey inbounding, Hewitt, Plank, and Foy on the floor. For Norwell, it's Wilson, Barger, Beer, Roller, and Dunnick. Boy, and they just do not look real confident handling the basketball. That was close to a 5-second call. Handling it now, Hewitt. That's Humphrey. As she turns it over, Dunnick comes out of there with it. Dunnick will take it all the way and miss it. Well, Aubrey just got a little bit of her head of herself there. Quickly the other way, and a charging foul is going to be called. Courtney Beer stood her ground and got the charging call on, I believe, Allie Hewitt. Yep.
Well, Courtney had plenty of time to set up after the missed shot by Dunnick, and Norwell gets the basketball back and forces another Mississinewa turnover.
That's the fourth foul on Allie Hewitt, and Aubrey Tan will check in, number 23. Another one of those freshmen, 5'5", guarding Kaylee Roller right now, about three-quarter court. Roller blows by her. Good find in the corner. That's Breanne Barger for three. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Foy.
Barger's had a couple rim out from three range this evening.
Well, she has. Both of them have been around the rim that she's missed. Well, two of the three, I guess I should say. We took towards 4 minutes. Norwell staying with a man-to-man. Wow, on the drive was Aubrey Tan. No hesitation to put it up. That's pretty confident play there for a freshman coming into the game after sitting over three-quarters of it. Wilson thought about the three. I think that would have been a good look for Wilson. Knights looking for something better. Knights we took towards 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, they can definitely afford to be patient on this possession as we've got 3.5 to go. They're up 5.
Dunnick on the right wing. You don't see her that far from the basket too often. Now Roller, who's really being guarded tightly by Aubrey Tan. Face guarded almost. Beer on the wing. That's Foy guarding her. Wilson content to burn some time off the clock here as Barger gets it back to Roller. They set it up. I think they're trying to get it inside. Dunnick no threat to shoot from beyond the arc. 2:54 left. As Wilson tries to get it into Barger, and Barger's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line as the Knights are in the bonus. That'll be the 9th team foul on Mississinewa as Morgan Humphrey picks up her third. And Mississinewa is going to take their 4th timeout. They've got one left. It's a full timeout. We'll take it along with them and be right back on WellsCountyVoice.com.
You care about your community, you shop local, and you enjoy personal interaction. You're doing more than spending your money. You're supporting your neighbors.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Sarah from Bloomin' Boutique in Ossian. We would like to personally invite you to visit our shop, the Bloomin' Boutique, and check out all we have to offer.
At the Bloomin' Boutique, we have daily lunch specials like Taco Tuesdays, Witch Wednesdays, and Aloha Fridays. A large selection of smoothies, frappes, iced lattes, coffees, and teas.
We also carry a large selection of fresh flowers for bouquets and flower arrangements. Our shop is full of handmade, uniquely functional pottery, handmade jewelry, DeBrand's chocolates, and gifts. You don't need to go any further than the Bloomin' Boutique. Grab your latte, lunch, flowers, gifts, and chocolates all in one stop.
Support your local community by visiting Bloomin' Boutique, located at 106 South Jefferson Street in Ossian. Follow them on Facebook to view their daily lunch specials. Open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 3 on Saturday. The Bloomin' Boutique.
Welcome back to the Castle. 2:49 on the clock here in the fourth quarter of Game 1. Norwell trying to hold on after coming back against a high-performing Mississinewa Lady Indians team this evening. Brianne Barger will be shooting 1-1 out of this timeout. Her first off, but Brianne Barger chases down, Brielle Wilson chases down the rebound.
What a huge rebound. I think Norwell might set up this possession the same as their last one.
Boy, and that was just a hustle speed play by Brielle Wilson as it bounded over her head, able to track it down. Dunnick looking for help out there, trying to get it to Roller. Roller doing a good job with body control there to stay in the front court. And Wilson's going to be fouled by Foy. And from here on out, the Knights will be shooting 2 free throws on each one of those fouls. Erica Foy commits her second. Good play there, Derek, committing that foul.
I think it is, because Mississinewa was having trouble forcing turnovers. Norwell's done a really nice job of taking care of the ball here in the second half, and Wilson knocks down the free throw. She can make it a 3-possession game with the free throw here.
Knights up by 6. Wilson having an excellent night. I've got her with 12 to this point. And make that 13. And the lead now 7 for Norwell. They were 27-point favorites coming into this, but Derek, you nailed it. You can kind of throw out the predictions, at least to a certain extent, as Mississinewa turns it over again. That's 9 here in the second half when it comes to postseason play.
Yeah, you just don't know, and Norwell came out with a huge second half here so far as they try to close this one out, having some trouble, and then a turnover.
As getting it off the floor and getting it up and in was Morgan Humphrey. Coach Thornton's going to use a timeout. Not a well-executed inbounds play there as Coach takes a full timeout. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Norwell up 54-49.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is now open at Timber Ridge Golf Course, 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton, and it's bigger and better than ever. You can enjoy the same fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Reservations are recommended by calling 260-353-1360. Everyone is welcome at T.W. Fable.
2:04 left on the clock in this one. Derek, Norwell's got to take care of the basketball, and they've got to take advantage of any opportunities they may get. They obviously don't need to score with it being a 3-possession game.
That was a critical turnover right there.
Yep.
Really allowed Mississinewa to stay in it after they just turned it over right underneath their own basket, and they're going to have to go through it again.
Norwell now with 10 turnovers in this one. I got them for 5 in each half. Mississinewa with 17. Boy, and I'm really surprised Mississinewa didn't guard the inbounds pass there.
Yeah, me too.
Roller crossed the timeline as Dunnick was double teamed. Now Roller splits the defense. Beer trying to handle it. She dribbles through several Lady Indians, and that's going to be a foul on Tan. Aubrey Tan commits her first. I'm really surprised Aubrey Tan didn't get in the game prior to this fourth quarter, as she's playing hard out there. A freshman, but still, as Roller misses this free throw. Logan Rouse checks back in. Brianne Barger takes a seat. Boy, Brianne has given the Knights excellent minutes tonight. Not a ton of points. I've got her with 7, but on both ends of the floor. And Kaylee Roller's tired. You can attribute those 2 missed free throws to tired legs. She's going to go back to the line again. And, you know, when you get in that situation late in a game, playing hard, you've got to really emphasize your legs. Maybe it's just a touch deeper knee bend, but you've got to get those legs into it, as she does on that one. Good adjustment there by Kaylee.
This can make it a 3-possession game again. Big free throw.
Yep. And it's short. Rebound. Oh, big rebound by Logan Rouse. They call it jump ball.
Now Norwell's going to keep it. And again, Norwell gets their own rebound on a missed free throw. That's killing Mississinewa. I mean, they could be right back in this game with a couple buckets, and Norwell just continues to hang on to the ball.
Even considering their height advantage, Norwell with a pretty good margin of rebound lead, as Logan Rouse is going to be fouled on the drive. It's been a struggle tonight for Logan, as the foul's called on Erica Foy. That's her third foul. Logan with 4 points to this point, makes it 5. That's a big free throw, putting the Knights up 7 with just a minute 32 on the clock. Logan has been really good from, well, and I jinxed her.
That's a foul.
Yeah, that's going to be on Aubrey Dunnick. That'll be her third, team 6th. And they will guard Mississinewa full court. I think that's very wise. Even though they lead by 7, it has been very difficult for Mississinewa to move the basketball in this second half, and I think it's wise to keep the pressure on them. Mississinewa trying to inbound. Finally, they get it in to Webb. Webb will leave it for Tan. Tan tries to drive, and they say she's fouled. That'll be on the floor. It'll go on Brielle Wilson. That'll be Brielle's 4th.
Really no need to reach right there. Up 7. Can't give Mississinewa free opportunities with the clock stopped.
It'll be a 1-and-1 for Tan, and that wasn't particularly close. Good rebound by Courtney Beer, smallest player on the floor. She's had a number of rebounds this evening. That's just toughness, as Beer gets it back to Roller across the timeline. Can't tell who's on this wing. Good find by Rouse with a minute 3 left. Beer will dribble through the defense. The Knights can play keep away, make Mississinewa foul them, and there it is. Tan will pick up her second. It'll send Courtney Beer to the line to shoot a pair. Courtney will go to the line for her first try tonight. 52.9 seconds left in this one. And Courtney able to knock it down for her 6th point. Well, she's got that deep knee bend, and good on both free throws. The senior comes through. It's a 9-point Norwell lead. Less than 50 seconds.
I don't think Mississinewa is built for a 9-point comeback. Their offense just isn't that quick.
No. Foy misses her first shot of the fourth quarter. Well, they've only taken 6 shots in this fourth quarter, Derek. Ton of turnovers. No rebounds at all on the offensive end. With 25 seconds, Beer finds Dunnick. Now Roller with 18 seconds. I don't know if Mississinewa is going to foul again, because that's batted out of bounds. It'll remain Norwell's ball with an even 13 seconds on the clock. Roller will inbound as the Norwell student section chanting "warm up the bus." They will move on to the semifinals. Roller with 3 seconds, and that will end it as she flips the ball to the ref. Norwell survives a strong test from the Mississinewa Lady Indians. The final 58-49. We'll tell you all about it. Have a lot to talk about after this one, Derek, after these words from our sponsors.
This is Dan and Jane with Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
We want to remind everyone that we do in-house repair, with our specialty being restoration and resetting.
Jewelry that is worn frequently over the years usually needs some TLC, prong retipping, resetting, or sizing.
It's so much fun to see the customer's reaction when they see their jewelry looking almost brand new.
Or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from all styles of settings, or let us design one just for you.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you. With a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, the YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look but old-fashioned integrity.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
The $5 flavor menu is now available from your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton. To place an order, call 824-5701 or order online at pizzahut.com.
And welcome back to the Castle. We're wrapping things up here at Norwell. Welcome to our post-game show. Norwell finishes with a 58-49 victory. It was a hard-fought victory, but in sectional, you don't have to be pretty. That's not the key.
Nope.
In sectional play, the key is to advance and move on, which is what they're going to do, and play their toughest opponent in the sectional. It's going to be Belmont. They're 18-4. Gave Belmont their only conference loss in what I thought was a really solid game over in Decatur a couple weeks ago.
Right.
But they're going to have to play basketball like they played here in the second half to be able to beat the Squaws. And Greg, I know you have some final statistics to share with us this evening.
Yeah, I do. I was just tallying up some individual statistics for the Lady Knights as well, as they had pretty balanced scoring throughout the lineup, and we'll talk about that in just a moment, but really balanced scoring on both sides. We'll start with the Lady Indians of Mississinewa, as they were an outrageous 21 of 29 from the field. Almost nothing but layups in the first half, especially for the Lady Indians. And, in fact, they only missed 3 shots in that first half. But that 21 to 29 mark, that's 72% for the game from the field for the Lady Indians. They were 1 of 2 for the game from beyond the arc, and also 50% from the free throw line, as they were 6 of 12. The big number for the Lady Indians, 17 turnovers.
Way too many, and you'll notice as you go through Norwell stats, 46 field goal attempts,
right.
17 more. And a lot of those, actually, they were fouled on shots, so a lot more than even you'd think. A big advantage for Norwell side on the offensive boards.
Individually for Mississinewa, Hallie Plank led the way with 19 points. She was excellent for a sophomore.
Oh.
Now, she didn't have to do a whole lot with her height. The shots that she took were easy shots, but hey, she made them.
That's right. She did a pretty good job as well from the free throw line early on, then kind of faltered towards the end.
9 of 11 from the field for Hallie Plank.
That's good.
She was only 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Then was Erica Foy with 17. Let's see. Holly Greer had 4. Morgan Humphrey also with 4. Then Allie Hewitt chipped in with 2. And Darcy Patton had 1 free throw. That was all the way back in the first quarter. The total there for Mississinewa, 49 for the ball game. For the Norwell Knights, they were 19 of 46. That's that 46 shot attempts that Derek was talking about. And from beyond the arc, 9 of 22. 41% as well. That's a big number. They were also well above their season average in free throw shooting at 69%. They were 11 of 16. As a team, they committed just 10 turnovers, and those turnovers were kind of clustered early in the ball game and then in that third quarter. They really did a great job of taking care of it in the fourth quarter. Individually for the Knights, Kaylee Roller led the way with 18 points. She was 0 for 3 from inside the arc, 5 of 11 from beyond it, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. 15 of those points were in the second half, 6 of them in the fourth quarter. Also in double figures was Brielle Wilson. Brielle with 13. She was 2 of 3 inside the arc, 2 of 4 outside the arc, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Brielle with an excellent basketball game here this evening. Chipping in with 7 apiece for Courtney Beer. She was 2 of 4 from the field and 2 of 2 from the line, and did a great job on defense, pulled down some rebounds. Brianne Barger also with 7. Derek and I both thought she was really the spark for the Knights tonight off the bench. She was 3 of 6 from the field and 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Also contributing 6 points, Aubrey Dunnick on the strength of a pair of 3-point plays in the first half. Logan Rouse with 5. She was 2 of 5 from the floor and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Also, Alexa Mallory, 1 of 4 from the field with 2 points for a total of 58 for your Norwell Lady Knights this evening. And we are now joined by head coach Eric Thornton. And, Coach, as bad as that first half was, first quarter specifically, extremely impressed with the way your Lady Knights came out of the locker room in the third quarter, specifically Kaylee Roller. I thought it was the best half of basketball that she played all year.
I think so, too. We got on them at halftime. And, you know, for Kaylee, not an excuse at all. We haven't seen Kaylee on the basketball floor since East Noble. She was sick at East Noble. Couldn't practice Saturday morning with us, and had 101 temperature and just the stuff that's going around. Tried to go yesterday, and about 5 minutes into practice, I said, just go home. And you could tell today she was, and it wasn't just Kaylee. We were lethargic. Kaylee was, it took her a while to get her legs and to get a half a basketball under, in her. But a lot, no excuse from our lack of ball pressure, our lack of intensity at the beginning. Logan's sick right now, and she looked very pale to me. I asked her after the game, I said, are you sick? And she said, yeah. So Logan's battling some stuff now, too. And I told the kids, I said, that's the way it is.
Yeah, that time of year.
It could be the exact same thing Friday. Any of these teams could be going through the same thing. So we just have to find a way, to get it done and just stay with the course. I thought our kids tonight played with a lot of composure, and we had to get on them about the defense. We gave up 72% field goal shooting and won the game.
Yeah,
that's terrible. We should never win a game like that, but I think that's a credit to a lot of the things we did do. Our efficiency on offense was a lot better at the beginning. I don't know that we were taking bad shots.
No,
but we just weren't in sync. We were just. It just didn't look like we were sharp, and we settled for some things.
Yeah.
Second half, I thought we moved the ball with a lot more intensity and with a lot more purpose, and our ball pressure picked up, and Kaylee got a couple steals there, and we got some runouts, and that kind of got us going. So very proud of our kids. I asked the kids before the game, how many of you have sectional experience? There weren't many hands go up.
Right.
It's been a long time since a Norwell team has had this little sectional experience. It's a different deal. I think we were scared at the beginning. We were tight, and we certainly weren't playing to win. We were just kind of out there playing a little bit afraid. So I love playing Tuesday. Mississinewa did a great job. Credit to them. Their kids really played well, and they played to win. And proud of our kids, too, for staying with it. And we get to play Friday now.
We talked a lot at halftime about coming out of the locker room with a different level of defensive intensity, and I thought you did that. And you did it, for the most part, via man-to-man pressure.
Right.
What did you talk about in the locker room to kind of get that going?
Well, we just said we can't. It's hard for us to know what to even get us into, and I said we have to establish that before we can play anything else. So I said we're not playing any 1-3-1 from this point on until we get some things established. And I tried it one time, and they scored, and Jim said, kind of, without saying this, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, we just got to play man-to-man. And so our 10 is our man-to-man, and we just stuck with that. We felt like we could stay connected with ball pressure better. And they were really long.
Yeah,
it was
long.
difficult for us to get any deflections out of 1-3-1, and some of that's their length. Some of that was us not being really active and moving on the fly to the ball. So 10 was what we needed to do tonight, and it's probably what we'll need to do mostly on Friday as well.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing that in what should be a good rematch against a obviously very solid Belmont team. Do you expect to see anything new out of that squad on Friday night?
You know, I think they are what they are, too. I think Andy would say that. I know they've messed a little bit with a 2-3, just out of they had to against Huntington, and it worked. And so I think their kids have gotten a little bit of confidence in a 2-3. But I think for the most part, you know, they're going to come out and try to switch our stuff out in motion. And I think they're man-to-man. They're really good in their man-to-man. They play very hard. They play good defensively, and they get some offense off of that intensity. So, you know, it's going to be a battle. It's been a long time since Belmont-Norwell has been a rivalry on the girls' side, and so it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun to have that old Bi-County rivalry again, and they've done a great job, and our kids are excited to be playing whoever. And, you know, Friday, we know that we've got them on our home court this time. We talked about all the foul trouble we were in the first half last time with Logan, Brielle, and Aubrey. All played very little in the first half. This will be a different ball game all the way around for both teams.
Sure.
So it's going to come down to us learning what we need to learn from tonight. But I think both teams would say that, you know, we're going to keep doing what we've done all season.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us. Real nice win tonight.
Thank you.
I thought the kids, I agree with you, I thought they really toughed it out. Showed some heart in that second half.
Nothing's easy.
Yep.
And the Lady Knights have showed that this year, that nothing, we did not expect it to be easy tonight, but even if it would have been, we could have found a different way maybe to try to get it done. So I love our kids. We're trying to get better. I don't know the consistency is going to get there this year, but they battle, and we'll do our best Friday.
At this point, it's all about surviving.
That's right. That's right.
Survive in advance. Thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Derek.
Head Coach Eric Thornton joining us here in the post-game show, and Coach's youngest boy having a little fun there as he left the press area. But I tell you, a lot of good things to talk about tonight in the second half. We've really got to start from that point, because the first half was a 24-point struggle for the Lady Knights.
That's right, but they found a way to overcome that and really came out shooting lights out in the second half. And I think Coach hit it on the head there. It was lethargic in the first half. It was a slow pace, and it wasn't just that they were shooting poorly. They were just slow all the way around. Second half, they sped up Mississinewa, and that's the most important part of that, but they also sped up their offense a little bit. They got better shots, and they kind of took it in rhythm a little bit, established an offensive flow, and it boosted them to a 9-point victory.
Well, we've got one more order of business, Derek, and that's to name a player of the game for the Lady Knights. Boy, I'll tell you, I'm struggling with this one. What are your thoughts?
It's really tough. For me, though, I'm going with Kaylee Roller. Yeah. She had such a good second half, and I mean she turned into the leader that she had to be in that second half to give Norwell the victory. Finally hit some threes. Hopefully that carries over into Belmont because they'll need her there as well. But solely on the second half play, she made much better decisions, shared the ball really well, had a few assists in the second half. One that comes to mind, a big play, Courtney Beer cuts the basket. Yep. And then an assist there, I think put the Knights up 5 points at that time, and I'm going with Kaylee Roller.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think we're going to have to split it tonight because the other one, and I agree 100% on Kaylee. As I said, best half of basketball I've seen her play all year. Brielle Wilson, 13 points on the night, 10 points in the second half. Yep. She was 4 of 7 from the field and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Hit 2 big ones late when the Knights needed them to keep it at a 3-possession game. I think we got to split it tonight between Brielle and Kaylee. I'm
going to have to agree with you. I think Brielle did a great job, and notice we mentioned both of those players had great second halves.
Yeah, and Brielle Wilson, that offensive rebound she pulled down off the missed free throw was huge.
Several times Norwell did that in the last 3 minutes.
Yep.
And Mississinewa couldn't get the ball back, so they didn't have a chance to score. So Norwell did a great job there as well.
So co-players of the game tonight, Brielle Wilson and a fantastic Kaylee Roller in the second half for this Game 1 win in the sectional quarterfinal, I guess you could call it, being the first round of this thing. The Knights will move on to play the Belmont Squaws, another set of Indians, on Friday night in the first game. That'll be at 6 o'clock. We'll be on around 10 till here on WellsCountyVoice.com. One more time, your final. The Lady Knights 58, the Mississinewa Lady Indians 49. For Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.